Since we are flowers, people get attracted to you.
We've witnessed a reveler wanting to pull you off stage, maybe because they love you so much that when they hold you, they don't want to let go.
We need to educate the masses or educate the fans of why, probably even speak more about the brand of this artist that they're bringing on board.
Still, as a musician, a female musician, there are so many challenges. For example, when it comes to promoting your music, when it comes to the daily work you do as a musician. Since we are flowers, people get attracted to you. But it's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's a challenge for a female artist when you're on stage, according to the way men perceive your appearance. They always get attracted to you. Yes, others can get attracted, but they respect you. But then for others who don't have discipline, they get attracted and they feel like touching you. I one time got an experience of a man who came and poured beer on my body just because he was enjoying. Then sometime it was in Lugaza, I'll never forget. Since I was wiggling so much, a guy came and danced with me, then he erected. When he erected, it was published in the news. So at the next day, the wife, Yanova, the wife had to leave the guy, that the guy was attracted to me and I didn't know anything about it.
I happen to work with Azawi and I know what she goes through. I happen to work with Vinka and Winnie as well because they're under the same level. We've witnessed a reveler wanting to pull you off stage, maybe because they love you so much that when they hold you, they don't want to let go. I've encountered times where someone wanted to touch a certain part. And it's so funny, even when they are fully dressed, because you know Azawi is always fully dressed, literally, but they still want to touch somewhere. So I think revelers, I would call them perverts, or maybe they overreach, or maybe they are overly excited, or maybe they just don't respect artists that much.
For the ladies in the sector, it is always a challenge when it comes to men who want to sleep with you. For example, radio presenters, people who are promoting you in the sector, people who want to give you service, they want to use you.
I love artists. I've been around when Sauti Sol is performing. I've wanted to touch them, but then I know what happens in an artist's mind this side. I've seen Azawi laugh at because someone was trying to touch her the whole time. And she laughed she even told the guy, listen, you're making me uncomfortable. Yeah? We've had firsts. As an artist, you have your firsts. Your first is in the event that people are rowdy, what do you do? In the event that this happens, what do you do? So we've had all our firsts, and now we know. If you're going up country, if your security in Kampala is 2 people, up country it's 10. And it's so funny, they are our biggest supporters for my artists, but I've also realized that being around them, their excitement is them throwing water at you. They actually, yes, they don't hate you, but they're too excited. So that's how people from Kitgum, Arua, when they're happy, whatever they have in their hands, they throw it at you. Unfortunately, everyone thinks differently. Everyone respects people differently. Everyone is entitled differently. How we grew up is different. So that's what happens. It's very disrespectful, but I wouldn't think someone should go as far as touching my body parts because of how I'm dressed. The unfortunate bit is you never know how someone is going to react in a certain way at a certain time. You never know, because everyone reacts differently. Well, as we would laugh at it and tell off the other person, Winnie does not like to be touched inappropriately, and she will make a stance on it.
So this goes to the artists. You're free to give a condition. Because it's you, they are going to advertise and they get money. Give them a condition. I need security here. I need this. I need that. Than calling you and you are like, after paying you, you don't even mind about where you're going, how is the stage. Go and do wrecking. We call it wrecking. Then after you tell the story that the stage is like this and that and that. Improve on this, improve on that. So be in touch with the people who are the organizers of the event, because that is where the problem comes in. Then to the organizers, always respect the artists. Most of them, when they happen to pay you, they look at you like trash. So organizers of the events, they should always respect the artists. If you know you've brought Winnie Noaj on stage, on your show, please, if you've booked her, please comply. No, she's an artist, she's a female artist, protect her, because she's a business, she's a brand. You're getting money because of her, protect her.
Security of the artist is key. It's always in our agreements. Some even artists have insurance. In the event that anything happens to them, whether mental or physical. But we are a growing state. That means even our entertainment industry is just growing. So you ensure that when you're booking your artist, let the promoter know, I need this kind of security. Go an extra mile of letting him know, can we have barricades after my stage? And can we have security around where I'm going to perform? That's why we travel with a lot of security, especially upcountry or anywhere that we know this is a rowdy crowd. So do you have dedicated security wherever you are? At any appearance, you need to have dedicated security that knows your ins and outs. Do you want to talk to people while going on stage, or do you want to be in your shell before you go on stage? Do you want anything? Stipulate all that. It has to be in writing. It has to be.
There is the artist, there is the association, then there is next up. If you and CC and the ministry are not functioning, there is no way down here is going to do what? To function. Because when the association has rules and regulations, they can be received up for implementation. So at this time, they are just moving up and down. It is us who are trying to organize ourselves.
Right now we are each other's keeper. We need to be each other's keeper while we build a foundation and then roof it up.
When we happen to look into the structure of UNCC and we tap into it, it is always good when UNCC is functioning with the ministry that we can strengthen the policies and the rules plus the regulations. Otherwise, the sector needs to be regulated.
Do I deserve the disrespect? No. Why do you look at women as objects? Don't you have daughters? Seriously. Stop with the whole idea of misusing power.
I wasn't raped, but inappropriate touches.
Tojajinga muntu kuba olaba yambadde kakupatro bakoze atya bapromete okubeera disrespectful kibaawo.
I think we should take into account the psychological or mental well-being of every performer that we see on stage. Let's not see them as some idols or some person we fetish. I'm speaking, this is mainly to men, but as people that are making a living, people that want to take care of their families, that have children to take to school, rent to pay, and things of that kind. The fans see you either as you want them to see you, or they create their own other definition of who you are. And so we look at a case scenario of Winnie Noaj and Vinka. Winnie Noaj wants to be known as this fiery artist that has good vocals, that she's a good dancer, a good performer, but then you could see like some fans are looking her as maybe like a sex object or something of that kind. And I think we need to educate the masses or educate the fans of why, probably even speak more about the brand of this artist that they're bringing on board. I think also sensitization in the general public, because they could do all of these other things in associations. They may even write them down, they may list them down, but if the public, if the fans are not aware if for example, now case scenario of Winnie Nwaji, when that happened to her, when on TV, instead of the people that were on mainstream media talking ill about the act, they were instead defending the fan. And yet it was so disrespectful, and it needed to be talked about and ridiculed, and then being telling people that, hey, this is not okay. I think we need to put the not okay system around every situation. If it happens, when it's on TV, everyone that talks about it should be saying it is not okay, because so that it's engraved in people's minds that this is not fine to do.